Stock scrolling. I need you to hear this. Yesterday, my YouTube click-through rate was stuck at 4.8%. I tried new thumbnails. I rewrote titles. I blamed the algorithm. Nothing worked. Then I tested one AI tool, and overnight, my CTR jumped to 9.6%, literally doubled. Same channel, same niche, same audience, just one smart change. And when I tell you what the third tool did, you're going to understand why most creators are accidentally killing their own views. So, if you care about getting more clicks without posting more videos, stay with me because this might completely change how you run your channel. And before we go deeper, if you're serious about growing with AI and building real income online, make sure you hit like and subscribe right now, because on AI Side Hustle, I break down real systems, real experiments, and real results. No fluff, just what actually works. Now let me tell you what was happening. I was uploading consistently. My retention was decent. Some videos even had 50% average watch time. But impressions were high, and clicks were low. That's painful, because CTR is the gateway metric. If people don't click, nothing else matters. It doesn't matter how good your content is if nobody presses play. I kept thinking the problem was design. I thought maybe my thumbnails weren't bold enough. Maybe my colors weren't strong. Maybe my fonts weren't dramatic. But the truth was deeper. The problem wasn't just design, it was psychology. And AI helped me see patterns I couldn't see myself. The first AI I used was a headline pattern analyzer. Instead of asking AI to write a viral title, I fed it my last 30 video titles and told it to analyze emotional triggers, curiosity gaps, power words, and structure patterns. What it showed me was shocking. Almost all my titles were informational. They explained what the video was about, but they didn't create tension. They didn't create contrast. They didn't create urgency. And on YouTube, clarity alone is not enough. You need controlled curiosity. So the AI rewrote my title using what it called a result plus disbelief plus specific number formula. Instead of best AI tools for YouTube growth, it suggested something like, this AI doubled my CTR overnight. You won Believe number 3. See the difference? One is helpful. The other is irresistible. One informs, the other demands attention. But here's the key part, I didn't just copy the suggestion blindly. I split tested it. I changed only the title for 24 hours. Same thumbnail, same description, same video. CTR jumped from 4.8% to 7.1% just from that rewrite. That was the first sign that I had been underestimating structure, not creativity. Structure. AI isn't just creative. It's analytical. It sees patterns across millions of headlines and understands what makes humans click. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Tool number 2 wasn't about titles, it was about thumbnails. But not design. Positioning. I uploaded my thumbnail to an AI heat map predictor. This tool simulated eye movement and attention zones. It showed me that my main text was sitting in a low attention corner. I thought I was being aesthetic, clean, minimal. But YouTube isn't a design competition, it's a speed test. You have less than a second to capture attention. The AI suggested I enlarge one keyword and move it slightly left of center. That tiny change increased visual weight exactly where viewers naturally look first. I adjusted it, uploaded the new version, and within hours CTR crossed 8%. Same audience, same video. Micro adjustment, major difference. And now, we reach tool number 3. This is the one that truly doubled everything. This AI didn't analyze my thumbnail, it analyzed my audience. It looked at my returning viewers versus new viewers and studied which words triggered higher engagement for each segment. What I learned changed my entire strategy. My returning viewers responded to authority-based language, like exact system or step-by-step. But new viewers responded more to transformation language, like I tried, I tested, I failed, I doubled. I had been using the wrong emotional trigger for the wrong audience segment, so I combined them. I created hybrid titles that spoke to both groups. Result plus system. Story plus structure. Emotion plus proof. And when that video went live, CTR hit 9.6% within 48 hours. That's when I realized growth isn't about posting more, it's about aligning psychology with data. Let me slow this down because this is important. AI didn't magically make my channel viral. It showed me blind spots. Most creators think the algorithm is mysterious, but it's not emotional, it's behavioral. It rewards what people click and watch. So if people click more, you win. If they ignore you, you disappear. The question becomes, how do you predict human behavior better? That's where AI becomes unfair advantage. After that breakthrough, I ran more experiments. I tested open loops in titles instead. Explaining the full promise, I left a deliberate gap. For example, instead of saying 5 AI tools that make $1,000 per month, I tested 5 AI income tools. Only one actually worked. Notice the shift. The second one forces curiosity. It implies surprise. It makes the viewer want to know which one failed and which one succeeded. That psychological pull is powerful. CTR on that test video, 8.9%. Consistently higher than my previous average. But I didn't stop there. I used AI to analyze my competitors. Not to copy them, but to find patterns in their top-performing videos. The AI highlighted something fascinating. High CTR videos often used emotional contrast. Words like but, until, instead, and without. These create tension. For example, I tried AI for 30 days, but I didn't expect this. That word but is small, but it signals conflict. And conflict creates curiosity. When I incorporated that pattern, my impressions started converting better across the board. Now here's something most people ignore. Thumbnail and title must work together as one sentence. AI helped me test this by asking it to read my thumbnail text and title as a single combined message, fee. If they repeated the same information, that was a problem. Repetition kills curiosity. Instead, they should complement each other. Title creates question. Thumbnail hints at answer. When I stopped repeating and started complementing, clicks increased again. At this point, you might be thinking, okay, this sounds good, but does it last? Yes, because it's not a trick, it's alignment. I wasn't gaming the system, I was understanding it. I gave me speed, Instead of guessing 20 times, I tested strategically. Instead of hoping something works, I predicted what would likely work better. Let me share a mindset shift that made everything easier. Stop asking, is this a good title? Start asking, would I click this if I had no idea who I am? That detachment is powerful. AI naturally evaluates from an outside perspective. It doesn't have ego. It doesn't get attached. And sometimes we do. We fall in love with clever wording. But clever doesn't always convert. Clear plus curiosity converts. Another breakthrough came when I asked AI to score my titles from 1 to 10 based on emotional intensity. Most were 5 or 6. Safe, neutral, informative, but the 9 South and 10s had stakes, risk, surprise outcome. When I increased emotional intensity without becoming clickbait, engagement improved. That balance is key. Never promise what you can't deliver. High CTR with low retention will hurt you. But high CTR with strong delivery, that's explosive. And yes, retention matters. Once people clicked more, I had to make sure they stayed. So I used AI to analyze my first 30 seconds. It told me something uncomfortable. I was warming up too slowly. On YouTube, you don't earn attention, you capture it. So I started opening with results first, numbers first, outcome first, then backstory. That change increased average view duration by almost 18%. Combined with higher CTR, my overall views per video nearly doubled in 3 weeks. If you're watching this and thinking you need expensive tools, you don't. Many of these strategies can be done with simple AI prompts. The power isn't in the platform, it's in the questions you ask. Ask AI to analyze patterns. Ask it to compare emotional triggers. Ask it to simulate viewer reactions. The more specific your prompt, the sharper the insight. One more thing that made a difference was thumbnail simplicity. AI pointed out that my older thumbnails had too many elements. When everything is important, nothing is important. I reduced text to 3 words maximum. Increased contrast. Focused on one focal point. CTR consistency improved across multiple uploads, not just one. Over time, I realized something bigger. CTR isn't just a metric, it's feedback. It tells you whether your positioning matches your audience's desire. AI simply helps interpret that feedback faster. And speed matters on YouTube. Trends move quickly. Attention shifts quickly. If you can iterate faster than others, you grow faster than others. On AI Side Hustle, I always talk about systems over hacks. This is a system. Analyze, adjust, test, measure, refine, repeat. AI just makes the loop faster. And when your loop is faster, your growth compounds. Now imagine this. If your CTR goes from 4% to 8%, you don't just get double clicks, you signal the algorithm that people prefer your video. That can increase impressions too. So sometimes doubling CTR doesn't just double views, it multiplies them. That's the leverage most creators underestimate. Before we wrap this up, I want you to think about your last 5 uploads. Were they designed to be clicked or just uploaded to be published? There's a difference. Publishing is easy. Positioning is strategy. And strategy wins long term. If this breakdown helped you see CTR differently, I want you to comment below and tell me your current click-through rate. Be honest. No judgment. Let's turn the comment section into a growth lab where we share real numbers and improve together. And if you know another creator struggling with low clicks, share this video with them. Because sometimes one small shift in title structure can change an entire channel's trajectory. We're just getting started with smarter AI growth strategies here on AI Side Hustle. So stay curious, stay testing, and remember, the algorithm doesn't decide your future. Your strategy does. I'll see you in the next one.